5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
Will there be infinite tiebreakers, or at least another round of tiebreakers? Or will Team Liquid advance to get a major slot in the wildcards at the Singapore Major? We're going to find out in one best of one between Team Liquid and Tundra. So far, Team Liquid has taken one game off of OG, and Tundra has lost against OG. That means that indeed, if Tundra wins, we're going to go again. If Liquid wins, they go Major. I'm here with T-Gov and Kyle, and you're, of course, watching DreamLeague Season 14, powered by Intel. Tiebreaker Sunday is, it's already very exciting. I'm not going to say it's getting more excited. It's super exciting already. T-Gov, Tundra, they ban out Lone Druid, they ban out the Puck. I am curious to hear what kind of strategies you could have around that Dire side that they chose first.
I feel like you just look towards the idea of Dire rather than leaning too heavily into it. We've seen in kind of Eastern Europe, they properly try to go for like the dive advantage, going for bristleback or like a big neutral taker. I'd like to see them not overreact to it. Just get a carry that maybe buys the battlefield like Skidder loves doing, and then just lean on the fact that you can retreat to the jungle. But it's simply like, what's the reason for Dire? Like there clearly is a reason. They've got a strat in mind, and I'm really excited to see why they're picking it. Like, is there some kind of they want to bring out the offlane or like something to kind of utilize in a best of one? But the fact that they gave up second pick and they gave up Radiant to their opponent, that alone does kind of feel like I'm already a little bit worried for them.
5 seconds.
I think we should chill on the choice of side.
Okay.
Because in these best of ones, it's all about comfort. And whether or not, maybe 99 teams feel better on Radiant. If Tundra feels strongest on Dire, they should play Dire. Consider also, they know Liquid wants second pick. So you're effectively giving you're giving yourself first pick. So if they consider that equal value or even prefer to have this Earth Spirit, which they once again first pick, then they got both of the things that they wanted. And there's that's the open, man. This is like the anti-Liquid hero, that AoE silence, so solid. And Enigma second. Yeah, both these openers probably written down. The Spirit selection, no real surprise, but that is an early Enigma, that's for sure.
They do use it as a flex pick. We have seen Taiga play it. We have seen, I believe, in the past also Boxy play it, and they can shuffle it about however they see fit. And I do also want to point out that the game they played that was 13.5 minutes against OG that they won, it was Taiga that game that was playing the Enigma, and the Void Spirit was also picked that game, played by Mickey.
I think Liquid are once again kind of relying on where our hero is going, and then using that second pick to its great advantage. They need to kind of pick up. I guess they're going to reveal a lot more with this Enigma, because they can't really flex that to the very end, because normally they're trying to utilize their core players with the kind of the flex value. So that for sure kind of, we'll see what's happening going into the second phase. Yeah, for Tundra, they're going to be very happy with this opening. Biver, I hope he had a rough first game on the Earth Spirit, but realistically, it's only a couple missed rolls. The big picture, he still kind of did his job for the team. So I'm happy that he's not feeling too shook for that hero. But yeah. Death Prophet into Void Spirit. Death Prophet likes that match quite a lot.
Look, I'll quote my brother. You play a game of Earth Spirit, eventually you're going to miss a roll. All right.
That's true.
I thought he played just fine.
That's fair. They were just pretty painful to, like, this time around that game, he missed a lot of.
All right. The key thing here is, right, it started off rough and then got to just normality, and that's the key thing here is I want to see Biver just have the the confidence in being able to just get that out of the window, and his early presence needs to be just like 20% better, and then it'll be fine. Just the first 20 minutes you can't be that shaky. If you're trying to qualify for the major, he needs to step up his game, and we can't beat around the bush. We have to be honest here. Like, he needs to step up his game if Tundra wants to have a chance to get into the major right now in the first 20 minutes, to be clear.
We shall see.
Team Liquid's
I think
ban.
you underestimate how difficult it is to play Earth Spirit against a bug and a Ember. It's like unclickable. But I understand where you're going with this. I already like the D though. I think this hero is one that's a lot stronger than its pick rate demonstrates. And it's just when you think about Liquid, it's always insane on these Grimstrokes and these Oracles. Now they have the Enigma, like these team fighters that are way in the back lines. Death Prophet allows you to get up close and personal with the core, and then you've got for those spellcasters. And what do you know? Oracle once again. This is more, I think, a deny pick. I love DP into Oracle, but you can't give that to Tundra when they've already shown these two.
Carl, look at Liquid's band. It's like Liquid asking Tundra to pick Wraith King. Yeah, we'll take away the Timbersaw. We'll take away the title. You want to do it? You want to do it, boys? Pick your Wraith King. It honestly feels like Liquid are really kind of baiting Tundra into doing it.
They wouldn't do it here, though. They would take Fada's hero unless they want to maybe commit to the Death Prophet 5,
exactly.
Which isn't a bad idea, I don't think.
I think if you're laning into an Enigma 3, you're probably not going to be too happy as Death Prophet because you're not really providing anything to the lane. Normally, like playing against more kind of beefier offlaners, that you can utilize that Siphon, run them down, and also have that kind of punish pools and that kind of lane manipulation. Enigma, again, as an offlaner, doesn't care about any of these things. He just always has the lane in his position.
Should we be somewhat worried that Tundra only has 13 seconds left in their bonus time?
They're being thorough early on. I think a lot of these drafts nowadays, it's the first 3 picks sets you up to success. And also you have to remember against Liquid, you need to be ticking this checklist of, what squad cover playing. And I think that's where, as long as Tundra are in a confident position of their first 3 heroes, that's fine. Of course, if they don't have a plan, then that's when it's, of course, that question, big issue, no reserve time.
I kind of feel like Team Liquid is also, I don't know, because they haven't used a single second yet of their bonus time. And because of that, obviously also give Tundra less time to think about just the draft in itself. And therefore pressuring Tundra to use more of their time. And they do end up going for that Wraith King.
it was like,
well, they Ursa'd last game.
Yeah, it's like, okay. And if they win this series, it's only going to be Wraith King in the second set of tiebreaks. But no, yeah, for Liquid, you mentioned the idea of reserve time. This is kind of also the power of second pick, because Tundra, when you're first pick, you have to decide what you're opening with. Liquid can respond. Like, it's so much easier to prepare a draft when you're reacting to the expected picks, right? When you're the one entering, it's like, okay, let's blind pick a Grim or an Earth Spirit or an Oracle, and let's hope that they go for this hero. If they pick this hero, we can respond. So in terms of like just general preparation, that's where second pick, you don't need to use so much reserve time, because again, you kind of follow the playbook of what's expected, unless Tundra really hits you kind of with a curveball. But again, when they open with Earth Spirit, Death Prophet, Crystal Maiden, kind of expected to round out with a Wraith King. There are really no surprises here for Liquid.
Yeah, I do like the Tundra stuff. Okay.
Yeah, you gotta make sure.
You gotta do that. Yeah. Is there still a chance for any cheese? I mean, Lone Druid obviously banned out first phase, but we know our Quickbot plays a lot more. Is there still any chances? Also, Kyle, is this a Lesh game, considering you got the Oracle?
Ooh. It could be, but it's spooky against Wraith King because the double life factor. I think you want something that's more formidable. You look at this draft right now from Liquid, they're missing the hero that walks in and says, hey, hit me. You've got a lot of heroes that want to play around that guy. So I want it to be a bruiser. I could see a Bristleback being a possibility, especially after the Viper gets banned out.
Team pick.
Actually, I'd really like Let's Rock for Liquid. I just think the idea of, like, you spoke about double life, but I think the time that Tundra takes to come online, it's so, like, marginal, so hard to get there. And some
just
type of
band, though.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of pin, like Tundra. That was a really good ban from Tundra.
10 seconds
remaining. Just highlighting how it would have been good.
Yeah,
right.
And Tundra is on the same page as you. They're like, okay, we don't want to risk it, whether second life or not. A Wraith King with a second life is not good when the rest of his team is already dead around him.
Like Liquid right now, they're leaning on the fact that Enigma will pressure the safe lane. Wraith King, sure, he'll be able to farm, but like it's not going to be getting rid of this Enigma presence. And they need, okay, they go for the Mars. That's nice. They needed a hero, or they needed some type of presence early on, because Liquid, strong off lane. If they have an active mid, then that's where you quickly get to a Battlefield Destiny timing on. That's your team timing. You've already hit it in your stride. Tundra takes a little bit longer. Wraith King needs to get to Radiance +1. They need a little bit more something. So this Mars pick covers the lack of like early presence they have in team fights. And now at least they'll be able to do, they'll be able to do some good reactionary Dota. But where's the creativity of the last pick, Liquid? You've used all your reserve time, or used none of your reserve time, sorry. So you can use, yeah, exactly. Now you get to think it through. 2 minutes, boys.
Bristleback. It is just, it's the hero.
It's very good.
Although Death Prophet does have, it's actually tough. This is like such a good lineup from Tundra. Like this is
very well rounded.
You're gonna kill stuff here, and the Wraith King for Skitter is definitely like number one. That Ursa is still number two.
I love the fact that Tundra's covered themselves with the flexibility of Mars and DP can both be mid and. So the heroes that you might counter the DP with, you can still kind of put the Mars into mid lane. You know, you can really have a good matchup no matter what. And if it is Void Spirit mid into Mars, Mars loves that matchup. So Liquid now are kind of forced with their flexibility, going, maybe we don't really want to put, you know, the Void into the Mars. We want to have a new mid lane. Suddenly, you know, have like some Void Spirit Enigma off lane. Like, I like how Tundra drafted this.
Can you brood? That's not a thing, right?
No, not into Death Prophet mid. There was a Brood v DP matchup we saw within the season, and I think it was Liquid actually dodging the DP matchup, and they put the Brood safe lane because of the move speed, the Siphon, and the way that DP plays the matchup.
Who is playing what in this lineup for Liquid? Who, like, is PA just for Mickey and then Void Spirit for Koifa? Because Koifa hasn't played Void Spirit at all during the entire DPC league.
I think Foxy's doing it's probably boxing right now.
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
baby!
Look at the smiles, jabs, and Blitz behind them rolling away as well. Smiles.
So, you know,
oh, God.
You ban our Lycan. It's not a Brood game. What do you go for? The Koifa Visage. We have not seen this, I don't think, in the entire DPC.
Correct.
But this is nasty. Look at the team fight. Look at the raw damage output.
Liquid in a best of one with second pick, guys.
I mean, this is like...
I don't know.
If you go back like years back when best of ones, like every time anybody talks about best of ones, it's always like, ooh, what's the cheese pick? And it's always either Huskar or Visage or Brood, basically. Were the three options then. And it's like, it's best of ones 101. Watch out for the cheese.
Hopefully Tundra's been watching Koika's YouTube channel where he's been you know, putting the Visage videos out there, understand what's good and what's bad on the hero and why he plays it. But for sure, I think Liquid's team timing right now, it's going to be so hard to protect your jungle against this non-stop chip. This Mars value in mid is a little bit less now. So yeah, Liquid, once again, utilizing second pick to great effect. They have a nice kind of well-rounded draft. But they could also run into some troubles if you get to the Wraith King with the farm, the Mars with the farm, the BKBs. Suddenly you don't care about this, you know, whoop-de-woo Visage last pick, but you have to get there. That's the hard.
What do you think about Mars mid though? It will be Mars taking up by 9.
I love him playing it, and I think that he'll see the same benefits as we saw in the previous game, where like Thompson felt so much better on this hero that could just make moves easier, and Visage again. Heroes, especially if there's a Radiance in the game, it's not the same. Like, you can't fly above the Mars arena. So
the shard, the invis things.
I want to see the Visage Ags. That's all I care about. I want to see an invis fly, ganking, killing. This game's gonna be good. It doesn't matter. You know, Liquid when they get to the major, it'll be splendid. If not, we're gonna see more.
Either way. Yes, I can't wait. Kyle, we're gonna leave you with Odie Pixel for this game 3 of the best of one tiebreakers here between Liquid and Tundra. Enjoy.
Thank you very much, Steve. Yes, let's find out if Liquid can do it or if Tundra can keep the cycle going in these best of ones. I mean, it's this game, Carl. Obviously, we've heard some of your thoughts already. But would you say this Liquid lineup ending with the Visage is scarier or less scary than the lineup we saw earlier with the Huskar? You know, would you rather be sort of in Tundra's position this game or OG's position in game 1 again?
I think the Huskar pick. I mean, let's be real. This is Oracle Huskar. Sure. There isn't really that like guaranteed win save. You know, the PA is going to take some time to come online, and I think Liquid's still going to have a pretty strong timing, but like Tundra's on like their favorite heroes. If they get to a point where all 3 of these cores are farmed, and I think they should have a stronger laning phase,
cool of you.
You know, Liquid don't have a really easy time of taking fights. Like, who's initiating? The offlane Void Spirit? Like Visage Q? They don't have that luxury as they did in the first game against OG with the Earth Spirit on their own team.
Attempt to start something off there, but quite able to get the angle.
You shall not pass. I have failed.
Step away. Still set him on a Boxy. Boxy might not expect them to be in the trees. Here's Boxy. Oh my goodness, it's spooky. There's 4 heroes here. And Boxy, he'll dissimulate. And okay, he'll get away. But they're taking too much damage from the tower that they can't tank tier 2s, of course, at this point. So chasing. Fine.
Perfect location.
It's really just going to come down to play, Owen, especially with all this on the line. Again, benefit, I think, in Liquid's favor, just because they have the ability to relax. It's not the end of the world if they lose. They're just playing for a spot at the major. I think if this was for elimination, maybe they don't pick Visage here, just because it's such an odd pick. I mean, they're even lane swapping. Mickey's going mid against the Mars.
Okay.
Koifa in the safe lane. Okay. I like this.
Yeah.
You really kind of dumpster a Death Prophet early on in the laning phase, and then when you get birds up, you actually just can't lane as 3-3 anymore. Plus, since you have like this slow and like this whittle down style of play, you're gonna just try and get a kill. Wait, Boxy's here.
Oh, wait, what?
We're going for a kill.
All right, yeah.
But he has
I guess yeah. Boxy and Tiger do this, don't they? Boxy and Tiger swap the 3 and the 4 sometimes, and that must be what they're doing here, right? They're going to give Tiger the priority.
Did he miss skill?
Who?
He has Dissimulate level 1 on Boxy.
Are you even watching the game, Kyle? He used Dissimulate to get away from when he walked into 4 heroes earlier.
Of course. I was just making sure the viewers at home were watching.
Of course, he doesn't want it, but he had to take it. Clearly watched him.
Well, I'm questioning what he's going to do, is what I mean, Owen. I would understand going to be bottom to start the game to get a kill, but you need level 2, right? Like, why not just grab that up top? Look at the lane for Taiga. He has 0 CS because he's unable to apply any pressure as Skeeter just kind of last hits in his face because he knows he's alone. That's what I meant.
I see. That makes more sense. Can get done there. I mean, what would the reason be? They do just want Tiger to have the solo XP, even though he is getting quite a few of these creeps denied against him.
I imagine just to guarantee Koid the start, because if he hits 6, he's pretty much free to win by himself. Like, or rather, lane by himself. Like, a Death Prophet can't do anything once the birds and Grave Chill spam come out. Mickey just got skewered into the tower.
A lot of damage there. EJ looking down to a couple of tangos. No, he's more than fine. Bottles out, few charges of that, still good to go.
Here. I mean, the other thing is, oh wow, he got him. Oh my god. He got him tower.
Too much. The God's Rebuke Spirit Master is playing very low. With that lack of regen, Mickey getting himself back in a healthy position. I mean, this Mars is going to be off to a great start, and already that 1 kill, you know that 9's going to that level 6 at a very good time.
Indeed. The trouble is, and the concern I have, is that when you pull the Void Spirit to bottom, you also have nothing to deal with these camps for Tundra. So they've actually stacked the easy camp, and now it doesn't matter that you're denying the lane back, because they're just going to continuously pull and ensure that Enigma cannot get lane control. So Taiga is just already forced to hard camp, whereas bottom, like, we haven't really seen this Void get something done just yet. Like, even CS-wise, like, 3-3 and Koifa are even.
I mean, he's in level 2 now, so he can get that spell. It's going to be more useful. I mean, ideally, you want to find a set of get a remnant involved. 33 and 5, and making sure that there's opportunity quite come out from this.
Yeah, but mid is a big problem thus far. I mean, 9, as soon as he hits 6, Mickey, he's not got a hero with him. A creep to jump to, or he ends up just dying inside.
Boxy at least able to come in and make sure that 9 the bottle. Tiger. You can farm out of this, but at the same time, not really able to put too much pressure onto. Time upper is the rating, so it's really going to be a question of how much Tiger's going to be able to achieve. Playing the turn to play the offlane as this Enigma, being set up with the solo then.
We'll see. I just think that this is, if you ask Tundra what they like best, it's when 9's off to a good start mid and Skeeter's free farming on Wraith King.
Sure.
Like, this is how they won against Secrets. This is how they won at least half of their games in this DPC league. of all the strategies Liquid could employ, I just don't know if I'm a fan of letting Skeeter free farm. And sure, you are going to deny like one creep a wave or so, but it's certainly not ideal. Bounty's going to be
33. The siphon's going, but it should have to burst. They do, so they'll be able to make use of that time. Viver's headed off to grab the bounties, and 33's been left alone.
So you die.
That's what you expect the tri lane, right? If that tri lane isn't killing 33 whilst he's alone, then what is this tri lane?
That's a great question. The thing is, they're losing both the other lanes, and it's one thing, like when you tri lane safe lane, it's valuable if you dumpster the off laner. The problem is, like 3-3, he's got earned boots, train drop. He's happy. Fada up top is just gonna pull, and now he's free around. In fact, he'll go mid to check up.
Viver. Try and roll away. Oh, they've got the numbers, and Boxy Sanya with the control will set up for a free kill for Mickey.
Of course.
Okay.
Dire structures are fortified.
That's Glyph by 9, just getting a little more pressure under tower with Catapult up. He has the arena, so Mickey's got to be afraid here. Might bait it though with Insania nearby as he could hop out too.
Getting in on M Tiger. Try and run, but they'll have the control surely with a red 5 block. The Eidolons are bringing Fada down pretty low. Low enough to too many problems, as should at least be able to do that operation once. Steps in and out of the pit. Lose that benefit, he's going to heal.
I'm also a big fan of the armlet. I think we mentioned it in the pregame, but this is not a game to rush Radiance. You need to stay strong, preferably strongest hero on map.
Arm's ready to start taking kills. High level Mars ready to just drop the ult, move in for action. He comes across a couple of seconds, and 9's going to have the spear and the rebuke good to go again. With Fada by his side, he can catch anyone with the combo. Have a good burst, and they're going to find Boxy. Viver, he's in, and between the two of them, they just destroy him. We'll see underneath the tower, go for Fada. Fada just TP's away. Put a stop to that. I mean, this 9 Mars is really one that Liquid's got to tabs on, because he's already starting to pop off this game. Just minutes in.
This is, I would say, his best hero. And it's something you're not really used to as a mid nowadays. Like, how many times have we really seen Mars mid? I think it's only been 9 who played in the EU DPC.
Radiant's middle tower.
Yeah, fighting around the rune 9, he's still able to be the one to pick it up. So that regen rune.
This has all the makings of a Tundra smash right now. Skeeter is alone top.
Yeah, he's pretty fun. I mean, so would you? Oh, we'll see here. The grab onto Fada, no? Way onto the low grab, but bringing in the familiars from the side, then going on to the Crystal Maiden, see if they can get Fada kicked over towards Poifer. Soul Assumption, try and chase for more. 33's turned up. She's got the ghost going,
Is under attack.
and this 3-1 tower is pretty much going to go down unless Liquid can pull off some sort of hold here. They have to be a little careful. 9's got the arena. 9, does he want to go for it? He does. Tiger is going to get the black hole off the two of them though. Controls 9 and controls 5. So just right in the arena. Tundra, they can't do anything with it. Tiger holds his position. He turns up as well. And that black hole will keep the fight secure and the tower alive for Liquid. Now Liquid, with everybody around, Eidolons and Familiars, they can push back at Tundra's tip.
Yeah, that was huge from Liquid, because it also brings all of their heroes to mid so they can apply some pressure, but it's just so hard. Skeletons up, Fada with the spam, 3-3 as well. Like, Visage is a excellent hero, don't get me wrong, but we typically see it in the solo lane because of the XP it gives you. But like, this is a level 6 Visage. I would not be super afraid at the moment if I'm Tundra, because once again, look top, it's just Skeeter free farming. He's gonna have an armlet at 10 minutes.
Like this is the kind of game where Skeeter's probably just telling his team, like, well, I've got this. You know, like he's having that good of a start. Totally uninterrupted. 9 continue to get back in action. We'll get the kill with Viver. And these two are a pair of killers. This Mars Ursper as they move across the map. I mean, is anything good for Liquid going to come of the fact that they are letting this Wraith King free fight? Like, are they going to have a plan later on to deal with it?
Sure. I mean, PA late game does match up quite well.
Okay.
It's just that the Visage Enigma are kind of, you know, these hero concepts work because they get ahead, they take tower advantage, they want to fight you in the mid game. I don't know if that's the case. Like, Armlet Wraith King, he's going to have like, what, 15 armor with that up? Almost all the damage from Liquid right now is physical.
Is under attack.
We'll see. They're going to fight him, though. Tundra's not going to let towers die for free.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Right behind him. Doesn't do anything to hold this. They've got Exorcism up in 10 on. Starts to eat up. On to Boxy. Out with the stimulate though, and now Liquid are going to start to back. Mickey moving down bottom as the wave gets pushed in. 9. Got a fair few waves out of that, and the Blink Dagger pretty much done for them.
I love this from Fada, or sorry, not Fada, 3-3. He just went treads, he's got an extra fluffy hat, raindrops earn. He has 1500 health, or 1350 rather, on strength treads. And then he just, you know, spams. He has CM aura, max Q. So he just sits at the tower. Oh, you want to dive? I pop ult. He's buying time now for his Mars to finish blank. He'll have that in looks like 2 more creeps. Wraith King will go Radiance next. And Tundra like, yeah, sure, you know, come push towers, we'll stand there. And if you don't push towers, we'll have farm. It's fine with us.
This'll come in handy.
It's going to be an interesting because
no, that's not good. This is this is Skeeter Wraith King. He just got an arm at 2.5 minutes before average.
I mean, he's not. I mean, he's not really got any excuses for anything less than that because he's been left completely alone.
Radiant's bottom tower
completely
is under attack.
Top half of the map. So we'll see if Liquid can keep up. As I mean, what would you sort of make of this anyway? You know, sort of talking about some of the newer stuff. But we do have obviously quite the going for the Ags. I mean, how good would you rate this Ags on this?
It is good, but again, it's better when you're ahead, right? Like it's about the ability to then sweep the map, pop out, you deal bonus damage. You need to be willing to go find enemies in fog to do that, and I'm not sure you're going to be in that position by the time this Axe is online. That's the concern.
The jump on 33. TPs are coming in. That call from Tiger's going to be down. It's kind of early, and now they're going to be able to make the pay for it. They make the jump in onto Insania. He'll get the false promise off onto Tiger. As Tiger's going to try and TP out, but the stun's there from Skeeter and Tiger. He will also fall as they're able to defend that tier 1. Liquid going all in on the Death Prophet, and Tiger tried to set up to deal with the TPs coming in, but just made the call a little too early, so he didn't get much benefit out of the black hole at all.
Radiant structures are fortified.
It's just not. I mean, if you're an OG fan, you're smiling ear to ear. Same with Tundra. Liquid, you know, you got to make some magic happen right now. You need a good fight.
Jump in for Viper. See with the Ghost 33 trying to pressure tier 1 tower. Viper will go down. Ken wants to try and do anything aggressive. No false promise for 60 seconds though, so he has to be a little cautious. Be hard really for Liquid to push Tundra away to tier 1. 9, he's going to look for the jump in. Here's Mickey back over the water tower. They get the silence in. Onto Insania. They're moving in onto Mickey. Mickey's going to get taken down by all this magical damage. As they've got a run in Liquid. Insania being chased down by 33. Line's going to have Blink again in a second. But they've got to keep themselves right out of it. So that's the tower gone. Tundra continues to take objectives. 9 going to be working on that Desolator next. 5k lead. 14 minutes in, everything very nice for Tundra. These items are going to come out at such good timings for 9 and Skeeter.
Yeah, we've been saying it all game, Owen, but like it's a relatively even kill line, but at the end of the day, Tundra's heroes are scaling faster, and their timing is going to be nuts. Like a Deso and a Radiance are going to come out. They're going to walk into the pit and dare Liquid to fight them. And my concern is who starts the fight? Is it PA with his Naked Battle Fury? Probably not. Like, are you just going to have Koifo walk forwards and just pray he's strong? You kind of need an engagement that begins with Liquid is 5 and Tundra is only 3 or 4. So they're gonna hunt that now. They smoked up, but look at all the wards that they've placed for Tundra. I mean,
Scanning.
Skeeter's ult is ready. I think they scanned it out. Bounty rune spawn, but it'll be 2 for 2.
Scanning.
Quid be able to finish off this tower top. Likely to see Tundra trying to defend Instania. He's walking up into the jungle. He's trying to fight Skeeter. He's got the backup of Boxy, but Viper's coming in with the roll straight away onto Instania. Instania's going to die for this. He's heading into the jungle to sort of see what was going on, and Skeeter just ends up getting a further bit of a boost here towards the relic. 5 more, 9, especially if Stein can get a jump. Quakefer. He's off to the side. Tiger's here as well. No black hole for 10 seconds. 9. Oh, he actually reads it wrong there. Quakefer went up. I mean, still would have been a bit of a hard kill now. Quakefer having the silent as the grave. He's got that invis here for 9 to catch and the protection upon him.
We asked why did they play Dire, and if you look at Tundra's warding, I think we've been given the answer. Like this triumvirate of wards around the Roche Pit, now control of the Radiant Ancient Camp triangle, the Roche Pit as well. Tundra are very content to just kind of sit back, relax, press their advantage through economy and macro. Koifa does have Ags up, you know, that effect is really cool, but I question how he's gonna use it. You're level 10. Both your enemy cores are level 12. You're playing into Mars and Wraith King. Like, who are you gonna open on and yell surprise?
I mean, it's not like he's been having a bad game, you know, 3-0-2, but it's, you know, he was playing this from the safe lane. You've got to see what does have. I mean, at the end of the day, as you said, you know, earlier, as long as they can make space and time for Mickey on his PA, can still be this late game hero that's going to be rather difficult for Tundra's lineup to deal with if Mickey keep up in farm. Problem is, though, that Skeeter and 9, they're just hitting the timings that fast. Skeeter having the relic done, Radiance will be there within the minute or so. 9, he's got the Deso. The Blink Deso complete. Whoever he gets a jump on, it's going to get burst pretty quickly at the start of this fight.
Indeed. I mean, Liquid, again, you will scale well. Don't get me wrong. Like, PA, especially with the rapier timing that we've seen Mickey pull out, you're going to be strong. But it's about what can Tundra do before that. Their timings are coming up. Radiance soon. There's the Deso. And the Mars Arena, with no enemy BKBs, is still pretty much impossible for Liquid to deal with. But you can't escape it. You know, you can dissimulate away, you can leap away as a PA. Taiga skipped the Necro and just went straight up Blink, next item BKB. And this is a cool choice here. He recognizes, hey, we're a bit behind. Necrobook, we're not going to be able to push no matter what I do. So instead you go for the game winner, right? At the end of the day, BKB, there's no cancel. So Blink Black Hole on 3 or 4, your team's probably winning that fight.
Touch the target there. Big counter plays, especially against the lineup that 4 melee, 3 melee heroes, but very much 4 that want to be right in the middle of the action. The ghosts.
Radiant are scanning.
Boxy. Oh goodness, that was close. Only just getting out of here, and he might be able to jump away. Moment away from having him there without silence. Careful.
Yeah, Skeeter just stunned. It forces the resummon, otherwise that would have been a free 100 gold. Radiance complete. A nice, what is that, tripled? Yeah, triple ancient stack they'll be able to take right after. A much different pace from the previous game. We're not even at 1 kill per minute, let alone 2. And Liquid, this is, you don't typically see them this far behind in the camp stack metric, but it's a product of the draft. Yeah.
I remember it's the overwhelming damage with the Desolator 9 killing anyone throughout the duration of that stun from the spear.
All the things to do. Free farm Skeeter Wraith King, like Tundra, no matter what.
It's the Tundra dream, isn't it? That
Yeah,
is the
it
Tundra
is.
dream. This is,
Radiant's middle tower.
I don't think they'll have any complaints with the way that the game's going so far. This first 20 minutes, this is how Tundra has been winning the games that they have been in the league.
Yeah, an illusion room for Skeeter now.
Oh,
thank you very much.
Oh yeah.
It's
Gonna love that.
and yeah, now you can walk into Roche because you're gonna have lanes shoved even without his presence.
All right, pop goes. Go for a nice easy Roche. You can't really come over if you're Liquid. I don't think you're ready. You can't right now.
DPS BKB, like they're online. Tundra's heroes are ready to go, and until you have double BKB on PA Enigma, you are not on this.
There's Tania. He's been found. He was trying to take some sentries out to find the closest the gap. Tania will go down. So Roshan, Aegis, and a kill as well, bringing in both the mid and the top lane. Tundra
Radiant's middle tower is under
keeping the
attack.
pressure up for 21 minutes in
Dire's
9k
bottom
lead.
tower is under attack.
They're having a brilliant time here against Liquid so
Dire's
far.
structures are
I don't even know what to say really, Owen. Like end of the day,
Radiant's top tower
whatever
is
Liquid
under
does
attack.
right now isn't
Dire's
really
bottom
relevant. Their win
tower is
condition
under
is
attack.
BKB Taiga. They are not winning a fight until that is online, and I don't even think they can fight. Like, look at the top net worth. Those are two Tundra heroes. They both have an Aegis.
They're going for 9. See what he can do. Get the arena out. Kill him the once. He's going to be back
Wait,
around.
look at that.
The blink off though. He's off to the side, and now he's back to the safety sort of Skeeter as well. We're going to see Mickey jump in onto Fada, the Crystal Maiden. They won't get anything else out of this. But obviously on the side of Tundra, that was their Aegis, and they don't get much done with that.
Okay. I suppose the Kyle curse
Dire's bottom
still
tower
effective,
is under
but
attack.
I did not expect a wandering Mars to just isolate himself inside the Radiant jungle. He was also right under the outpost, so Taiga was able to join. That secures the kill on Fada. And they also don't get the tier 2 top, which means outposts are still unable to be activated. Koifa rushing for the BKB next too, but it's a bit concerned. Even these birds, if the Bulwark is toggled, will end up just kind of ineffectively hitting Nine's shield rather than the intended target. And in addition, Skeeter now with the blink, finally taking this big ancient stack. I'm sure he'll be gunning for the backline in almost this entire game. He's getting the AC as well, very nice. You know, physical damage control is going to be the name of this game. Wants to make sure his teammates is live.
Oh, he's actually going to get out. He missed the roll. Oh, it's okay. 33's able to secure that. That was close there. Yeah, Biver was slightly off with the roll. So Boxer was able to jump away. Lose them the kill. It's running in. 9 has got the arcane room ready with Blink. Still 3k gold unspent, so there'll be a bit of 9 that would want to get his next item done before they really commit the fight.
They want tier 2 bot. You're perfectly content asking for a team fight.
Radiant's bottom
Obviously,
tower
that's
is
a
under attack.
great reaction there from Boxy to very nearly surviving that.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That Liquid have the ability to smile. I mean, you know, again, they're not risking anything here, but you've got to be feeling the pressure. Everybody, you know, Taiga, #1 MMR in
Radiant's
Europe.
bottom tower is under attack.
Please make some magic. He's got the Philosopher's Stone. Minute by minute, it's ticking. The BKB will be up soon, and that perhaps is the window to make your move.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
But yeah, he's carried games before. And on an Enigma, would you say it's a pretty good hero to save games like this game?
Oh, for sure. Although, it's a tough save, Owen. Looks like Ags to pick up on Mars next. Foxy, silent.
Fiverr. This time, gets a nice opening in a spear. Won't connect though. But they'll still have him on the way down. Another stun comes into play. Another kill added here to tally of Tundra.
Perfect roll from Biver, making sure he didn't get the dissimulate off post Yules. Taiga does have enough gold now to finish the BKB though, as Tundra continue to just control the map. If they are, they should be able to get all 4 bounties here, get that lead to 10k. And they recognize their mistakes in that first match against OG. No longer will armor be an issue. Plate mail, Shiva's soon on the Death Prophet, Mars getting Ag, Skeeter going ace.
This'll come in handy.
Dire's top
Gonna be
tower
just
is
fine.
under attack.
And 4 bounties will be claimed.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So they can find this KB and drop.
Dire's middle
moment.
tower is under attack.
This is your window.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Can't go for Wraith King. They're looking to hunt anybody else.
Yep. Spot it. And he might be the quick and easy kill here. Oh, it will go on him, but backup's actually going to come in. 5 is over as well as 9. Mickey how to put the BKB to commit for that kill on the back. Poison just dies instantly. Tiger will get the black hole though down on them. 3 of them. He's caught 9. He's caught 5. He's poor Skeeter. The buyback's going to come out straight away from the 2 of them on Tundra. Skeeter will go down to 1. It was a great black hole, but was it good enough? As Tiger still ends up going down. Mickey, saved by the false promise, will be allowed to jump up to the high ground and get away. Foxy's able to TP out. The escape. All going to try and see people they skim. They've got him caught. As Mickey, he'll also end up falling slowly but surely. As Skeeter still being the one to clean up. As that was their move there, Liquid. It was you know, it was a great black hole from Tiger catching the 3 of them, but at this stage you need so much more to happen as you're down now 12k. Skeeter surviving throughout that whole fight pretty much has given him this completed assault cuirass.
It's just, I don't know what you do. I mean, as you said, you know, they killed Skeeter once, they killed the supports, but they're going to buy back every time when Black Hole's used. They just don't have enough damage right now. I mean, the 3/3 Death Prophet is 2k ahead of the Visage, and he was trialing.
I mean, and Visage just melts in these fights. Koifa's just dying.
Yeah.
If he's anywhere near Skeeter, a couple of hits and the Visage
he wasn't
is
even,
gone.
look at that, he wasn't even in the arena. He got crit and W'd by Mars, and he was dead.
It's a tough game for him, and I mean, he's going for the BKB now, Koifa, but of course that's not really going to help him against that sort of insane amount of physical burst, especially now it's up by that AC aura. You know, with the AC in play, these Deso God's rebukes are going to hurt so much. And no orb in this.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, good luck against that. You get caught near this Wraith King and Mars, you're not going to last for long.
And look at the Ags. Yeah. Like this, how does Visage play Dota?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
That's actually such an insane. So that's minus 10 armor. Those little guys are doing minus 10 armor every single attack on every target that they hit.
A lot. Yeah, a lot. Top 5, he's hunting for Koifa. Coming.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Koifa. Dust will wear off.
Radiant's
the rest of the team's on their way over. He does have BKB and TP, and he's going to do it. He's going to do it. He has to. Koifa will get out. He's going to lose one of the birds, though. Yeah, I like this one. He knows. Just go for the full-out damage. You've already got the AC on the squad. You get yourself this Daedalus. My goodness. You're going to be punching.
It's actually... He won't even be attacking. Like, I'm reading this ad. I don't know why I haven't like seen this, but this is insane. The soldiers deal full damage plus that and procs. So they can crit. They apply corruption. They apply deso.
Yeah.
And there's 5 of them.
Yep. And I mean, I'm seeing as you're only just reading up on it. And of course, you hit building. So you get to like the racks or something. You put that out, you're hitting both racks at the same time.
All right.
Radiant's top tower is under
Who do you go for if you're Liquid? Well, you need all of them at once. Like, just clump them together. Taiga needs a 4-man black hole, possibly 5, for them to take this fight.
How quickly do the familiars die to this? Oh, you see, it just disappears as soon as it comes
Dire's
out.
middle tower is under attack.
You can't drop the familiars near 9. If they're dropped on the floor and you don't have a resummon, and 9 just stands over them with bulwark, and they just die. They die on they die as soon as they come up. There's no count.
You're
Useless through it. Like he takes 70% less damage and brings the projectiles towards him. Like what? I don't. What do you do?
I mean, we've seen a fair share of impossible games in the league, but this one seems to be. I mean, Fight for Zero seems pretty redundant because of this Mars now. I think honestly, this is mid-K Tiger. You know, you're looking for these cores now for the insane plays. You know, in insane for the insane side.
He's guarding the Roche pit and watching Spartacus. Oh my goodness! And Skeeter's gonna just finish an MKB real quick.
Yep. I don't know. I mean, you said it earlier. You know, this game it's rapier or bust here. Okay, he has to build up. Obviously, still wants to get the Basher Abyssal, but then after that, he needs a rapier. PA can't get a rapier before the game ends. I don't know how Liquid win this.
I haven't seen how they win this match since I watched Skeeter free farm for 20 minutes.
Skeeter's still having it. He's loving it. He's just got an MKB finish.
He's 400 CS in 31 minutes, 605, and not just that. Like these two cores, it's not just that they do so much damage; they're so tanky.
I mean, it's. I mean, oh yeah. See, goes for Fada, and what about the Yules? Which will stop him for now. Stania's been silenced. Poifon's got to go for the BKB TP out. He'll make it away. The familiars won't. 9 cleans him up with a God's review.
He had an arcane too, so that's up in 40 seconds. 30 seconds now.
Oh, and there's a DD room bottom, dude. Grab that for your soldiers. So they don't spot it right now.
Okay, yeah. It's time to push. Here we go.
What do you do? I mean, Midnight Pulse is pretty good. I mean, Midnight Pulse, you know, it's always a very nice spell to sort of dissuade these tanky heroes from just standing up there and hitting your building.
He got the radius too, talented at 15, which I definitely like here. Yeah, it's probably the big advantage they have right now against the Mars until the PA. Yeah, he actually is going for Nullifier over Rapier. I guess to deal with the Yules.
Sure, I mean, it means you can kill the DP very easily. It means you can kill Fada very easily because this Ghost Scepter. I mean, I'm sure there's 2 Yules. I mean, I guess that makes sense. You're right. If he gets Rapier, the chances that he's find are smaller. This at least allows Mickey to pop BKB, jump in, and kill one of these 3 heroes that at the moment have items to stop him from. And to be fair, he's getting instead of the Basher builder. So I think now you go Nullifier Rapier. Through the Basher, you're getting Nullifier for the control, then you're able to get your big item off. Yeah, I think arguably they did. Because of their items. Well, it's quite, but it's a very easy kill for Tundra's runner.
I legitimately don't know what Liquid can do other than pray for a 5-man. You don't do damage. Do find Skeeter, kill him once. You're not getting him again. Like his team, there's a DD bottled now. I mean, 9 is so farmed. He backpacked a Desolator. Now it's going to come up, and they just go.
It's going in. 9's watching for an opportunity to start. Skeeter's dying very quickly in the Midnight Pulse.
It's under attack.
First life gone.
Look at 9 bomb though. What is this? Ice. Now, one potential oversight, Tundra, they don't have any BKBs, so they can't stun locked. They can die in the pulse with Oracle spam coming out. But I think they're going to be content. They're just going to go farm.
Honestly, you know, position, I think you're feeling that comfortable that you kind of want to have a bit of fun with the game. I think 9's saying, you know, dude, I want the 25. You know, imagine this man with the plus 65% crit. And that's when the fun really begins for Mars. So. they're going to feel pressure. Sure, the PA can be a bigger threat later on.
Yeah,
but as you say, killing this Wraith King twice and dealing with this damage output of 9 and 33 is going to be almost impossible, really, regardless of how farmed you are.
Yep, Mickey is catching up, and they did just hit 18 on Koifa for bigger birds. The problem is it's Koifa versus the world, right? Like, he's able to match 9 in damage output, but then you compare Skeeter to Koifa, and you're like, oh god, what have you do here? It's Taiga, it's the Enigma being the equalizer. Now second place in net worth on his team. I suppose he was the offlaner, however. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, right now it's just a game of cat and mouse. No Aegis, so Tundra going to be a little more conservative. Won't just go straight up high ground, but Swift Blink's soon to be complete on Skeeter. And then he's kind of just out item slots.
Solid item for the 9. You get the Satanic, and of course you're getting the lifesteal off everything that your soldiers hit. So you pop that in the middle of a team fight, you're pretty much back up to full HP. It's off to the side, Boxy. The opening, he's able to get out with the jump. And again, I mean, honestly, these midnight pulses, it's the scariest thing that Liquid have. Titan slams one of those down on the ground, and the amount of damage is done.
It's Mars, dude. As you said, when he gets Satanic, he can just keep Bulwark toggled and just... Now what?
Heal. Starting to kind of be completed with his build.
I guess with the Ags, Koifa can fly out of the Mars ulti, right?
He can.
So
that's something.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
but then you see the Phalanx deployed, and you're just like, huh? How do I kill him? And we'll see. Liquid, they're known for making magic. They have won games from hard spots before.
This is one of them.
Dire's middle tower.
The position they're in, I don't know if this is going to be one they're going to win. This is, down 22k gold. Boxy. Able to find the lead in on Safada. Try and jump and burst, but 9, he's not the back line. BKB comes every time. Oh, but Tiger just immediately dies! The rebuke and one hit from the bulwark just takes out the Enigma completely. I mean, you can't fight this, Mars. You can't fight 9. The Ghost Scepter buys a little bit of time for Insania, but the damage is too much. It's too much. 9 just cleaning him up.
Oh, man.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Well, I don't know if Liquid fans got what they wanted, but the Dota community will see a treat. Not often seen. A reset.
And look at this, just through the backdoor protection. Well, they have got a fortification. This tier 4, it's going to be taken down. And look at this, 2 racks at the same time, Kyle. Look at it go.
Everybody, I don't see the OS frogs, anybody? Because this, what even is that? It quotes a Dota legend. How is that even balanced?
31k down. Tiger always in. He's going to get Speeder. I mean, going to get him the one second. We'll get it.
Okay.
And that was with the reincarnation on cooldown. All right. And that'll stop the push. That will stop the push for now. But that was, of course, Mickey also using the buy.
Koifa just got almost an AC worth of gold and 2 levels off that fight.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Here we go. B.
Is Roche up? Unfortunately, not for 2 minutes. They got unlucky with the spawn, or maybe this would change things quite a bit more. But if Tundra just play it safe, run back to base, we'll still be okay. And yeah, they're just controlling the armor. A Solar and a Shiva's now done on 3-3. Fiverr, I think Vlad's will come up next. And they're just gonna... Liquid, big fight win. But
Dire's turret has been
how do you get more out of it? You need BKB up on Koifa. He's hunting. Got the level 20 talent. Soul Assumption starting to, damage. It just doesn't seem as powerful 40 minutes into the game. Get out of there.
Tiger has got the pressure, so he'll have a black hole ready to go for that.
That's the item. Oh, he got the shard too.
Be able to catch the edge of it.
Yeah.
Quite prepared.
End up with the gravity well. 20k deficit. What's me? Stay for a little while. I don't know if Liquid want to take the one black hole, and that's only if he refreshes. If they just wait, they'll fight with both around Roche on spawn.
They do need to, especially when Mosquitoes have the ring. Pushing to be able to jump in that timing where he ults up. When he does, they're absolutely cold from.
Dire are scanning.
But I mean, it's not necessarily that important for him to actually get these off the
Dire's top tower
he's going to get the E on. So we're
Dire's
seeing that there's physical burst damage. He has to have something that stops him just getting 100 to 0'd with him. He'll do it.
It's really nice with refresher as well.
Yeah.
The only problem is that he's such a huge source of damage. If he gets Aeon popped and then get the black hole off with Midnight Pulse, half of the duration won't be dealing any damage, which could be a big concern for Liquid. We'll see how it plays out. Roche is up. It's go time. This is the fight they need.
Just sort of waiting for Liquid to show their hand. Starting to go for the Roche back box. He's going to jump in. They're going to find Barda. Move him. Mosquito's got him. The Ray 5 blast down. Onto Mika. Mika's going to be sent right in off the back lines. Immediately, Tiger falls. He goes down. Nothing too much damage from his mark, but Mika, he is able to pick up the kill on it. 33 commits to the BKB in the exorcism, but Mika turning over towards another. Can Mika do this? He's already used the BKB and the Satanic, though, and he's got nothing left to. Mika's down for 2 minutes. 33 Mosquito now run down. Quaker is over the cliffs, and is back to the safety of his base. Tundra there, they're on the chase. Mosquito is diving in. Quaker able to juke out the way for Rayfire stun with the silent as the grave. But it's now just down to the 2 of them. As Tundra, they're ready to try and close this here. Only Boxy and Quaker alive. What have they got to offer? They're losing the tier 4s. 9, he's going to get the soldiers out.
Radiant's middle tower.
Get them to work. And the towers are down, the Ancient exposed, and it will fall very, very quickly into all this physical damage Tundra have, as there we have it. GG is called. Tundra will take this game here in this series of best of ones against Liquid. So, Kyle, I mean, we'll obviously talk about it soon, but just let the masses know they're here. What does this mean?
Well, it means we get to do it all over again.
Do it all again, baby.
None of this counts, guys.
Doesn't